Hello, this is some guy in Hawaii, and this is a video log. Unlike my usual game content, which tends to be as neutral and as objective as possible, these posts are more subjective, less polished, and cover things that I've yet to make a category for, like movies, game reviews, and even more personal stuff. And today we're going to talk about Silent Running. Silent Running is a 1972 science fiction movie directed by the late Douglas Trumbull and starring Bruce Dern. Now, in the near future, Earth has been environmentally devastated, and the remaining biological environs have been preserved in domes on space freighters on long duration voyages around the solar system until the Earth can be fixed and the environments return to refoliate the Earth. Now, it's a new future environmental catastrophe setup that's a bit of an ask of the audience, but it and the film work because of a number of things it has going for it. First is the visuals, which are impressive, especially given that they include pre-Star Wars effects, no motion control. Okay, full credit goes to Trumbo, who, while directing a few other films, including Brainstorm, is best known as a visual effects supervisor and pioneer. Trumbo has numerous credits, including 1979 Star Trek: The Motion Picture and a little-known film from 1969 called 2001: A Space Odyssey. Okay, Trumbo cut his teeth on the latter and actually pioneered the slit scan technique featured in that film's Stargate sequence, in which he repurposes for a trip to Saturn's rings in Silent Running. Now, much of the film was shot in the soon-to-be scrapped World War II escort carrier USS Valley Forge, then sitting idle at Long Beach Naval Station. This is where the freighter in the movie gets its name. Interiors were redressed to look more futuristic while maintaining that practical engineering feel of a real vessel. Now, the production design, the matte work, the green screen processes, the miniatures, the sets, all these are first rate and even more impressive given when they were made. If you know anything about blue screen work, pulling good mats off of the lattice work models of the ships in Silent Running is a real feat. Okay, it's a beautiful film whose space sequences and futuristic sets are completely convincing. Full credit goes to Trumbull and his effects team, the latter of which included a number of people who went on to impressive careers in the effects industry. Okay. Second is two things combined: the script and Bruce Dern. Now, Trumbull's original Alien Contact script was deemed too ambitious for the limited budget. I'll get to that in a bit. And perhaps too soft or cerebral for the movie audiences of the time. So Universal brought in Derek Washburn, Michael Cimino, and Stephen Bochco to work on it. Now, Washburn went on to co-write The Deer Hunter with later director Michael Cimino. Bochco, a writer and script consultant at the time, went on to create or co-create such properties as Hill Street Blues, LA Law, Doogie Howser, and NYPD Blue. Okay, despite the changes by that trio, none of whom ever worked together, Trumbull was still the primary writer, although he never got screen credit for it. He took the best ideas from the other three and crafted the finished shooting script. Now, the aforementioned sci-fi setup, The Ask, is apportioned out in the first 15 to 20 minutes, which, along with the visuals, sells the basic idea. Now, Dern plays a botanist and the only member of the four-man crew who's sold on the mission. The other three are just in it for the paycheck. Now, this attitude, according to reports, mirrors that of the four actors, Dern going all in the role while his castmates were less enthused about the low-budget flick. Okay, I say low budget because Silent Running was budgeted for about $1.3 million. Okay, a little over $7 million in today's dollars. Silent Running was one of four pictures greenlit by Universal under a program attempting to duplicate the success of Easy Rider. The idea was that for a very modest budget, Trumbull and company were given a great deal of freedom to do whatever they wanted. Okay, this shows in the originality of the story and in its tone. In any case, when in the story, when word comes that the mission has been scrapped and the forests are to be jettisoned and destroyed, Dern's Freeman Lowell goes rogue, accidentally killing one crew member and deliberately killing the other two. Okay, he then goes on the lam to protect the one remaining forest dome. He has to deal with the isolation as well as the consequences of his actions, and also deal with the mystery of his dying forest, the one other weak point in the story. A botanist, even a non-botanist, should know better. I suspect most viewers will figure out the problem before he does. In any case, the melancholy tone and thoughtful, if simplistic, themes are sold by Dern's dedication to the character. Okay, adding to that tone is the soundtrack track by Peter Schickele, better known as the creator of PDQ Brock. I won't go into the credits of that fictional composer. You look them up if you like. In any case, Schickele's score is original and evocative, yet totally complementary to the story. It also includes two songs he co-wrote with Diane Lambert, which were performed by folk legend Joan Baez, both of which really beautifully serve the film and its themes. Okay. Last but not least of the film's charms, are the drones. Okay, droids to Star Wars, robots to some. Silent Running's three drones were a refreshing take on previous depictions, which usually involved menacing automatons or intellectual manservants. Okay, these small, stubby constructs, despite not speaking and uttering the barest of sound effects, are given personality and warmth as they shuffle about. The scene where a lonely Dern teaches them to play poker is really kind of cool. Okay. Even more amazing was how the drones were realized. Four double amputees, people without legs due to accidents of life or birth, were encased in plastic shells and shuffled about on their hands, which simulated the drone's legs and feet. An amazingly creative as well as money-saving idea. Now, for all these reasons, despite some story shortcomings, Silent Running is worth a look. Okay, I recommend you do just that. It's available to stream or for rent or purchase via Amazon Prime. I told you could also stream it on Netflix, except in the U.S. Although there are ways around that, I'm told, if you get a VPN. In any case, hope you enjoy it. Stay safe, and thanks for watching.